My name is Sarah, and I'm 28 years old. I live in a bustling city where everything moves fast, including me. I work as a marketing executive, and my days are packed with meetings, deadlines, and endless emails. That morning, I was running late for a critical presentation at a client's office. It was one of those sleek, modern high-rises downtown, the kind with glass walls and marble floors that echoed with every step. I rushed through the revolving doors, my heels clicking loudly as I made my way to the elevators. The lobby was eerily quiet, almost deserted except for the security guard near the front desk who barely looked up as I passed by. When I reached the elevators, one door was already open, and I stepped inside without thinking. I pressed the button for the 15th floor and only then noticed the man standing in the corner. He was strange, to say the least. His clothes were shabby, worn jeans, a faded hoodie, and scuffed sneakers. His posture was stiff, and he stared straight ahead, his face expressionless. Something about him made me uneasy, but I brushed it off. Maybe he was a maintenance worker or someone down on his luck. I told myself to stop overthinking. The elevator began to ascend, the hum of machinery filling the small space. Suddenly, with a jolt, it stopped. The lights flickered and went out, plunging us into darkness. My stomach dropped. "Oh no," I muttered, fumbling for my phone to use the flashlight. Not now. I pressed the emergency button, but nothing happened. No sound, no response. The elevator was completely dead. My breathing quickened as I tried to stay calm. The man didn't move. He just stood there in the corner, his silhouette barely visible in the dim glow from my phone. "Are you okay?" I asked, my voice shaky. He didn't answer. I tried to tell myself he was just as scared as I was, but something about his stillness unnerved me. My mind raced with worst-case scenarios. Then, out of nowhere, he turned his head toward me. "You don't know what's waiting for you at the top," he said, his voice low and calm, almost too calm. My heart started pounding. I forced a laugh, trying to brush it off. "Yeah, well, I hope it's a working elevator technician." He didn't respond. He just kept staring at me, his face blank and unreadable. I turned away, pretending to focus on my phone, but I couldn't stop glancing at him out of the corner of my eye. His words kept replaying in my head. What did he mean? Was he trying to scare me? Or was I overreacting? After what felt like an eternity, the elevator shuddered and started moving again. Relief flooded through me as the lights flickered back on. When the doors finally opened, I hurried out, eager to put as much distance as possible between me and the man. I stepped into the lobby on the 15th floor, expecting to see my coworkers or the client's team, but the space was empty. Instead, a woman stood near the reception desk, her face pale and her hands trembling. "Are you Sarah?" she asked, her voice shaky. "Yes," I replied, confused. "You need to leave," she said urgently. "There's been a murder in the building. The police are downstairs investigating. They think the suspect might still be here." My blood ran cold. The man in the elevator. I turned to look behind me, but he was gone. I explained what had happened to the woman, and she quickly escorted me to a stairwell. As we descended, my mind raced. Could the man have been involved? His strange behavior, his cryptic words, it all felt like a bad dream. When we reached the lobby, the police were everywhere, cordoning off sections of the building and questioning people. I approached one of the officers and told him about the man in the elevator. The officer's face darkened. "We've been looking for an accomplice," he said. "We believe the murderer didn't act alone. Your description matches someone seen entering the building earlier this morning. They asked me to stay while they searched the building." Hours passed, and every minute felt like a lifetime. Finally, one of the officers came over to tell me they had found the man hiding in a maintenance closet on one of the lower floors. He was the murderer's accomplice, watching for the right moment to strike again. Even after they arrested him, I couldn't shake the feeling of dread. The thought of being trapped in that elevator with him, unaware of who he was or what he was capable of, still haunts me. To this day, every time I step into an elevator, I feel a knot in my stomach. I can't help but think about his words. You don't know what's waiting for you at the top.